I now call up H.R. 4216, the Made in America Defense Act. This bill was circulated in advance, and the clerk shall designate the bill.
H.R. 4216, to direct the Secretary of State in coordination with the Secretary of Defense to carry out a review of the list of defense articles.
Without objection, the first reading is dispensed with, and the bill is considered read and open to amendment at any point. Without objection, the Biggs amendment in the nature of a substitute circulated to members in advance shall be considered as read and will be treated as original text for purposes of the amendment.
Hey folks, welcome back to True Voice. I'm Andrew, and today we're diving into the so-called Made in America Defense Act, or H.R. 4216, that just got some attention in Congress. Now, as a Democrat and a patriot, I want to break down what this means, not just for our military, but for our workers, our economy, and the role America plays on the global stage.
I now recognize myself in support of this bill. When our partners and our allies choose to procure U.S. origin defense articles or services, they have a choice to purchase items via foreign military sales process or the direct commercial sales process. And while the foreign military sales is often the path of choice due to the robust total package approach, DCS is preferable in many cases as it is faster and a more nimble process than FMS. When you need the weapons, you need them. However, the State Department maintains an out-of-date list of defense articles that may only be purchased via FMS. This list is meant to only include the most sensitive technologies that would pose a risk to U.S. competitiveness if certain technologies were to be shared via DCS. But its outdated nature ends up creating the very problem it seeks to avoid. U.S. competitiveness is limited as our partners choose to turn to other sources for technologies that are too slow to procure from the United States. President Trump's April 9 executive order mandated the State Department review and update the FMS-only list. This legislation would codify that requirement and go one step further by requiring an annual review of that list. Ms. Biggs' bill will also enhance congressional reporting requirements to ensure that Congress has oversight over any changes to that list. This much-needed legislation is part of the key of reforming our foreign defense sales process to ensure that the U.S. maintains its competitiveness and remains the global partner of choice for procurement of defense technology. Is there any further discussion on this legislation? Ranking Member Meeks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I support Representative Biggs' bill regarding foreign military sales. I appreciate constructive efforts by members of this committee, including on the Arms Sales Task Force, who have sought to develop bipartisan proposals to improve how the United States provides defense articles and capabilities to our partners and allies. Foreign military sales, or FMS, enable the United States to provide defense articles and services to our allies and partners. United States FMS cases offer a unique opportunity to provide most capable military platforms to our friends through what has historically been known as the total package approach. Not only the military hardware itself, but training, repairs, maintenance support, and capacity building for the nation's military. Our adversaries simply do not and often cannot provide such exquisite technologies and the whole suite of support that comes with it. The United States total package approach, advanced technology, and our diplomatic influence and values set us apart. While FMS transfers are fit for many cases and situations, some foreign partners have sought to expand their defense purchases via greater direct commercial sales from U.S. firms. This bill directs the Department of State to conduct an annual review in consultation with the Department of Defense of what weapons and technologies can be moved from the FMS-only list to be eligible for direct commercial sales. But importantly, it does not modify or undermine Congress's oversight or visibility into proposed arms transfers. Given the rapid changes in the defense sector and my interest in ensuring our allies and partners are effectively supported via United States security assistance and defense sale, I support this bill and yield back the balance of my time.
Representative yields back. Is there any further discussion? Representative Biggs, are you asking to be recognized?
Thank you, Chairman Mast and Ranking Member Meeks. The Made in America Defense Act strengthens American manufacturing, supports our allies, and advances national security, all by cutting through the bureaucracy that's slowing us down. President Trump's executive order on reforming foreign defense sales made very clear we need faster, more accountable systems. This bill delivers on that. It allows trusted allies to acquire critical American-made defense equipment directly, speeding up delivery and reducing dependence on slow, outdated government channels. Here's the bottom line. The Made in America Defense Act is about one thing. It's about putting American workers and manufacturers first. In South Carolina's 3rd District, this means more welders, more machinists, and more engineers on the job. More orders flowing to manufacturers in Anderson, Greenwood, and Oconee counties, and faster delivery to top-tier equipment to our partners overseas. Cutting red tape drives demand. That means expansion, hiring, and investment at home. The current foreign military sales process is often too slow to meet our urgent needs, and we're not dismantling it, we're improving it. Direct commercial sales for select items will make our supply chain more agile and responsive while preserving oversight where it's needed most. Across the upstate, small businesses producing precision parts, military textiles, and advanced electronics are ready to scale. This bill gives them the runway to grow, compete, and to lead. My bill will strengthen our defense industrial base, reinforce our alliances, and create high-quality American jobs in the process. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation. Let's move with purpose and deliver results for our workers, our allies, and those that our nation can count on. And with that, I yield back.
Representative yields back. Any further debate?
So here's the gist. The bill updates how foreign allies can buy U.S.-made weapons. Right now, they usually go through this slow, bureaucratic process called foreign military sales, or FMS. It's comprehensive. You don't just get the weapons, you get training, repairs, and long-term support. That's what sets America apart from countries like Russia or China, who just dump weapons with no real partnership. But here's the catch. That process is often too slow. Allies want our tech, but if it takes too long, they look elsewhere. This bill wants to speed things up by letting more weapons be sold through direct commercial sales, basically allowing companies to deal faster and with fewer government roadblocks. Now, on the surface, that sounds great. Faster sales, stronger alliances, and more jobs here at home. Republicans like to frame this as cutting red tape, boosting American manufacturing, and giving small businesses in places like South Carolina or Ohio more contracts. Okay, I hear that. Supporting workers and keeping America competitive is something we can all get behind. But let's be real. What's missing here is accountability. Every time we deregulate or hand more power over to private defense contractors, we risk losing oversight. And when oversight goes down, corporate profit motives go up. That's where Democrats, and frankly, anyone who cares about taxpayer money, should be concerned. Because let's not forget, the military-industrial complex isn't exactly hurting for cash. These companies already make billions in profits. Do we really believe they're prioritizing American workers and national security over shareholder dividends? I mean, come on. If we're serious about putting American workers first, then yes, let's strengthen manufacturing and protect those welders, machinists, and engineers. But let's also make sure Congress maintains strong oversight. This bill claims to do that, but experience tells us oversight tends to get watered down when the defense industry wants something faster. As Democrats, we should be pushing for a balance. We want our allies to have the support they need to stand against authoritarian regimes. We want American jobs to thrive. But we also want to prevent another blank check to defense contractors who already have too much influence in Washington. The truth is, real security comes from accountability, transparency, and making sure that the weapons we build don't just make defense companies richer, but actually make America safer and our democracy stronger. So, H.R. 4216, the Made in America Defense Act, has some good intentions, but we need to watch it closely. I'll give credit where it's due. Bipartisan support for strengthening alliances is important. But as a patriot who believes in fairness, jobs, and democracy, I say let's make sure this isn't just another corporate giveaway dressed up in red, white, and blue. That's my take. What do you think? Should America speed up these defense sales, or are we risking too much by loosening oversight? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you believe in speaking truth to power. I'm Andrew, and I'll see you in the next one.